Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
Alexa Bliss returns. Elias returns. Sheamus returns. And the Fiend gives Daniel Bryan a haircut? I am Chopper Pete Quinnell. Give this video a like and subscribe to WrestleTalk, and make sure to go check out WrestleTalkMerch.com as we launched our brand new merch store yesterday, and we launched our full trailer on YouTube yesterday, so go and watch that if you haven't, and then come back to this video and press the eye above my head letting us know what you thought of SmackDown, where you can choose from Smacknificent, Smacktastic, Smack Bang in the Middle, Smackdown, around a Smack in the Face. This is the November 29th, 2019 episode of Friday Night SmackDown in about 4 minutes. The show opened with Roman Reigns coming out to the ring to say what he's thankful for, including health, happiness, and family. Aww. It's really lovely. He then transitions to talking about Survivor Series and how Team SmackDown got the job done. Let's just ignore the other matches on the card then, shall we? He then calls Corbin a dummy and says he'll make the dummy apologize. That's less lovely. Corbin then comes out and cuts a long-winded promo about nothing in particular, which I think he mentioned him being a king and Reigns being an actual dog and some stuff about Thanksgiving. He then said Roman should fight Robert Roode instead. What? What followed was a pretty decent match between the two, which culminated with Roode attempting to use Corbin's scepter, to which Roman promptly speared him for the win. After the bell, Roode and Ziggler beat down Roman, because when does Roman not get beaten down? And Roode attempted to murder Roman on live television by trying to smash his head with Corbin's scepter on a chair in the ring. Roman countered this, speared Roode through the barricade, and then buried him under a commentary desk. If it feels like I've been talking about this opening segment a lot, that's because it took up the first 40 minutes of the show. After an ad break, we get the first of 3 Firefly Funhouse segments of the night, in which Wyatt challenges Bryan to another fight for the Universal Championship. Up next, we get a backstage promo for Sheamus, who makes his grand return to SmackDown here, saying the lay of the land of SmackDown is pathetic, calling out the Fiend, the King, and Shorty G, whatever that is. SmackDown will be his. This was pretty cool. Up next was a very quick match between Mustafa Ali and Drew Gulak, which Ali won with a 450 after about a minute. After a video recap of the women's matches at Survivor Series, Sasha Banks and Bayley make their way to the ring and blame the rest of SmackDown for their failures on Sunday, with Banks saying she didn't come out here for a rah-rah speech. Dave Meltzer to WWE confirmed. After they run down the SmackDown women, Lacy Evans makes her way to the ring, verbally runs down Banks and Bayley, saying something about a chicken dance, and then hits a women's right on Banks. Looks like we're getting Evans versus Bayley as the SmackDown Women's Championship program, and I must say, it was smart of WWE to turn Lacy face in the South, where the crowd actually got behind her and did some Lacy chants. Backstage, Daniel Bryan is asked by Kayla Braxton if he's ready to answer Bray Wyatt's challenge, to which he is interrupted by another Firefly Funhouse. Wyatt this time entices Bryan into another match by debuting a new song, a remix of the Muscle Man dance. This was fun, but nowhere near the caliber of the original Muscle Man dance. Bryan doesn't have an answer for his challenge as the camera slowly zooms into his face. Up next, we have Sonya Deville versus Nikki Cross, and before the match gets underway, Mandy Rose runs down Nikki Cross and says she looks like a cold plate of Thanksgiving leftovers. Hey guys, did you know this show took place on the day after Thanksgiving? This was a really ham-fisted way of putting that across, and me saying ham-fisted is more subtle than what they did. This match lasted all of 30 seconds, with Nikki rolling up Sonya for the victory, before Fire and Desire beat down Nikki after the bell, prompting the return of Alexa Bliss. She ran down and saved Nikki Cross, and the pair hugged. Remember when she was manipulating Nikki? Me neither. Another Daniel Bryan segment came next. This time Miz walks in and says he shouldn't take the challenge from Wyatt because people change after they face him, referencing Balor and Rollins. After Miz mentions his family though, Bryan gives him a death stare and Miz walks off. Backstage, Drake Maverick, no, I won't do the full Drake Maverick thing, only Ollie can do that. He tries to kiss Dana Brooke under some mistletoe. Are you insane, Maverick? Batista's gonna kill you! Only for Elias to make his return and play a song running down Maverick, which Dana seemed to enjoy way too much. The New Day came out next, and they issued an open challenge for their tag team championships, which was answered by Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. The match was fun, but only a shell of what these four are truly capable of on a bigger stage. The finish came when Zayn attempted to interfere, was ejected from the match, which prompted Kofi to hit the Trouble in Paradise on a distracted Cesaro for the win. The show's final segment was Daniel Bryan accepting Bray Wyatt's challenge, turning full face in the process, bringing back the yes chant and leading the crowd into it. This led into the third and final Firefly Firefly Funhouse of the night, with Bray saying Bryan helped build the Funhouse, playing off their history in the Wyatt family. Wyatt then said he promised the Fireflies a new face, and then the lights began to cut out. Wyatt emerged from under the ring, clawed Bryan down into it, and then appeared to rip out Daniel's hair, leaving chunks in the ring. And for free, there's a 100% discount on haircuts on Black Friday. Overall, this show was pretty standard. It had some exciting moments with the returns, but it still felt like most stories were stagnant. The exception, of course, is Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan, but even then, it's still the same feud from before Survivor Series, with Wyatt taunting Bryan into a match. Roman and Corbin will seemingly never stop feuding, but Lacy Evans facing Bayley is at least something different. This SmackDown gets a smack bang in the middle. What's the real reason NXT won at Survivor Series? Press the video to the right to find out more, and the video below that to find out more about the WWE main roster being upset with NXT. A special thank you to our pledge hammers on Patreon, some of whom you can see scrolling below me right now. I've been Chopper Pete Quinnell, and that was wrestling.